Okay, we're going to talk about time in this week's lesson. And so, the couple of things, just to kind of a reminder that there are 60 seconds in a minute. I'm actually going to make this a little bit smaller so that I can fit more on here. So, 60 seconds in a minute, 1 minute, 60 minutes in an hour. Okay, 24 hours in a day. Okay, and so what we're going to do is just we're going to convert. And the first section is we're going to convert to shorter time units. So how many seconds, which is a shorter time, in 5 minutes? And you think about when you're thinking about converting, whether it's measurement or time, if it's a shorter time, the number, like the answer, the number is going to be a larger amount or a larger number. Because if it's the same amount of time, 5 minutes or however many seconds, if it's the same amount of time, if it's shorter, there's going to be more of them, right? So here we are going to say 5 minutes is how many seconds? Larger number, which means we are going to multiply. So 5 minutes times 60 seconds equals 5 times 6 is 30, and I have that extra 0 for multiplying times 60, so it's 300 minutes. Okay, minutes into hours. Now you can do this one of two ways. Oh, minutes into hours. I was thinking seconds into hours. Okay, minutes into hours. So there's 60 minutes for each hour. We are going to multiply because we're going from 9 hours, which is a larger time, to minutes. So 9 times 60 minutes for each of those hours. 9 times 6 is 54. Put your 0 on the end, so it's 540. Okay, let's just go ahead and do these next three. Pause and do these next three, and then I'll do it. Okay, so hopefully you pause. How many minutes in 10 hours? So there are 60 seconds. I'm sorry, 60 minutes in an hour. So we're going to say 60 plus your 0 for multiplying times 10. Minutes in 8 hours is 480. Seconds in 2 minutes, 120 seconds in 2 minutes. How many hours are in 3 days? So again, we're going to multiply. Okay, so 3 days times 24. Hours in 7 days. 7 times 24. Seconds in 6 minutes, seconds in 4 minutes, and hours in 1 day. That's kind of a redundant question. Okay, so when you're converting to longer time units, you're going to have a smaller number, okay, right here for the answer. And if that number is smaller, then that means you are going to divide. So how many minutes is 360 seconds? Well, we're going to take 360 divided by 60. Now you might not know that, okay? And if you don't, you can just cross off those zeros and you can say, what's 36 divided by 6? Okay, it's 6. 6 minutes and 360 seconds. Now, I like to check my work. Okay, I like to check my work. So I like to say 6 minutes. 6 minutes is how many seconds? Yeah, I did it right. Okay, how many days is 120 hours. So you're going to do 120 divided by 24. You know, the way I like to do this, you can do that any way. You can do it long division, okay, if you want, but you're kind of still stuck in the same situation. But you can say how many 24s equal 120. So you can say 24, 48, right? You can go like that, okay? You could also say 120 divided by 12. Let me move this over so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to get a little creative here. 120 divided by 12 is 10. Well, 12 is half of 24. So 120 divided by 24 is 5. Okay. So if you were to kind of continue what I was doing over here, I'll put 94. You can see that eventually you get it is 5 days. So that's just kind of a couple of tips. Here it says how many hours is in 420 minutes. Again, you're going to do 420 divided by 60, which is 7. And if you need help with that, you just cross off those. Okay, so that's how you do that. I'm going to do a question that isn't like on here because I want to show you how to do it. So I'm going to erase all of this. And I'm going to say how many, I'm going to say how many seconds is in 8 hours. Okay, so this is tricky because you have 60 seconds in a minute and then 60 minutes in an hour. So in 1 hour, how many seconds are there? 6. 60 times 60. So 6 times 6 is 36. And we have those 2 zeros. So there are 3,600 seconds in an hour. So your first step is to figure out how many seconds there are in 1 hour. Now I can multiply that number times my 8 to get the answer. Okay? And then you just get, of course, a ridiculously high number. So if you're asked to do one that it's not the second small, like this one step down, like this is minutes to seconds, this is hours to minutes. If it's, kind of 2 apart, the first step is to figure out how much is in 1. So, all right, let me know if you have any questions.